Alright, hey guys, and welcome back. In today's video, well, it's kind of going to be a continuation of the last video where we took down the cichlid tank, which is this tank right here. It is about 40 gallons. We took this tank down last video, and I'm going to be completely redoing my turtle aquarium. So my turtle, he's grown quite a bit, and he's going to be getting a new 40-gallon aquarium. I think it's like actually 38 gallons, but it's close enough to 40. So he's going to get out of this 29-gallon tank and go into that tank. It's going to go in the same spot, so I'm not going to use the tank stand. But it's going to take a little bit of modifications to like make everything fit. You'll see that later. First off though, I'm just going to go ahead and rip this tank down, take all this irrelevant stuff out, and get him ready to go into his new 40-gallon aquarium. So that is the aquarium with the majority of the stuff out of it except for the filter and heater. I'm just going to grab this guy real quick and put him in a nice comfortable bucket for a couple minutes while we switch over the tank. Okay, the new aquarium is in. Now we just have to go ahead and start filling it up with gravel, stuff like that. So I'm getting these rocks ready, right? And I went ahead and purchased extra large river rock, as you can see, right there. Extra large from Lowe's, right? I dump it all out, and we have like some pretty big rocks. Like,
that's just a stupid boulder!
Okay, that's extra large. Then we have all this. What is that? What are all these tiny rocks? That's not extra large. So I have to go through here and pick out literally all the pieces that are too small that the turtle might choke on. That's gonna be a fun process. I'll be back later.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I put all the rocks in the tank. It looks really red on camera for some reason. It's like very gray and neutral in real life. And then that is the mess that was left behind. Anyway, now all we have to do is put some of the decor in, put the floating dock in, obviously get the water in, get the filtration and the heater all set up, and then we're good to put our turtle right back in here.
Fill her up, please.
And right here is the new aquarium minus lighting. We got the rocks, we got some decor, we got the fluval filter set up, we got the heater, we got the basking dock over there. Now all we have to do is add the turtle, do some cleaning, and get the lights on. The fluval filter is actually for some reason really loud, so if you hear something in the background, that's what it is. The canister is crazy loud for some reason right now. But we got the turtle, the water is all, I don't know why everything's so red on camera right now. Anyway, the water is all conditioned, and I'm just gonna go ahead and plop the turtle in. He'll go ahead and do his thing, and then we're gonna come check back in when the water is all cleared up and has nice lights on it. And just like that, the new turtle aquarium is done. So I still have to do something right here, probably put some maybe a plastic guard from here to here, or maybe a glass lid, something like that to prevent evaporation. But everything's doing really good. The filter's quieted down. The turtle is having a great time. We got the basking spot over here at a nice toasty 100 degrees. That's because the light is shining right on the thermometer. Obviously, if he didn't want to be 100 degrees, he could go ahead and be like on the outsides of here. Right about here, it's about 80 degrees, 90 degrees, and then 100 degrees right under the heat lamp. So that's really good for turtles because they're able to choose kind of how hot they want to be or how cold they want to be. And then obviously, if he wants to cool down, he could just chill in his new massive water area. So he's doing really good so far. He's eating a ton. Remember, he's got those two lights, the heat lamp and the UVB lamp. Then we have those nice river rocks down here. I went ahead and went to the dollar store and got some black paper. That's our new background. And then back here we just have the intake and the outtake and the heater, which runs down to the canister filter right down here. While we're chilling with the turtle, I'm gonna go ahead and get him some food. Now I'll get him some lettuce later today, but for now he can just have some pellets. He'll munch on these guys. He loves pellets. Well, he pretty much loves any food, but he'll go ham on these pellets. So that is it for the turtle tank for now. He's doing amazing. Update on the reef tank, doing really good. The lighting's a little bit off right now. It's fine, whatever. Anemone's getting huge. And then the starfish was just here a few minutes ago, but he went down in the sand. I just saw him. He's been doing absolutely amazing as well. As for the ducks, I'm working on creating a new food and water system for them because they're always making a mess of everything. This is their old watering and food system. As you can see, it's a pan. This used to be in it. They constantly knock it over and make it an absolute mess. I have to clean it like every day. And then they basically just empty all the water out of that water dispenser into the pan. So it doesn't work very well, but of course they don't care. They just like to be in their pool. So I came up with this new system, which basically is this gate right here over a water bowl over another bowl. So if I fill this up with water, they'll be able to drink the water in here but not get in it, so they won't be able to make a mess. And they won't be able to splash it out as much as they were with that little thing. And even if they do splash it out, it'll go down and drain kind of down these shallow sides where it still will remain hopefully clean. Now, it's obviously not gonna stay that clean. I mean, they're ducks. But I'm gonna test this system out and see if it works a little bit better than this system. While we're checking on the ducks, I guess I should tell you, Peanut kind of knows how to fly now. Roll the footage. Yeah, Peanut can't really fly, but like she can coast down, kinda. I don't know, she likes to land in the water. She doesn't like being held. Every time I try to hold her, she tries to fly away. But she can't actually fly like off the ground. Now while we're here though, I'm gonna go ahead and give them some fresh water because they make it an absolute mess. So roll the time lapse. So I go ahead, we're struggling. Anyway, roll the time lapse so I go ahead and clean out their water. And just like that, the ducks have a nice new clean pool. As for the little pond over here and the random pile of duck feathers for some reason, the fish in here are all doing pretty good. We got some duckweed growing, we got some weird spiderweb things that are hanging right there, not sure what that's all about. Nice air pump going, the fish in here are doing great as well. In fact, there's one of them right there. I'll also go ahead and update you on the office aquarium, the one we redid, kind of rescaped. It's doing very, very well. We were having some issues with these plants being eaten by the Buenos Aires tetras, and so I moved all the Buenos Aires tetras to the koi pond actually, and the plants are starting to grow back. There's still some spots where I think the silver dollars are actually eating the plants, which are these guys right here. I think they're munching on the plants also, but I know the Buenos Aires tetras could like kill this whole plant in like 2 days. So I removed them and put them in the pond. I did have 2 angelfish, and one of the angelfish recently died, and I'm not sure why. I know that it had some issues with its gills, like its gills were kind of like, they had holes in them, and I tried a whole bunch of different treatments a while ago, and I mean, he's had them for like a year. They didn't seem to affect him, so I just kind of let everything be, but he recently passed away. But other than that, the fish are all doing fine. I mean, they clearly like to eat my plants, but I think the Anubias is tough enough to recover. I'm hoping it doesn't kill it because this tank would look really bad without plants. I'd like to get more, but the fish really like to eat plants. Anyway, all the glowfish tetras are doing good, the shark's doing good, the Siamese algae eater is doing good, and then of course the big parrot cichlid and the big angelfish. One of these glowfish tetras actually is missing an eye. Let me see if I can find it. That one right there, that pink one, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, this pink one right here, as you can see, doesn't have an eye. So, kind of quirky, kind of weird, but all these fish are doing great. This aquarium is doing really nice as well. Tons of baby fish, as you can see. Lots of them. The guppies are super, super colorful. This is like a really good line that's going on in here. And then, of course, the plants are doing good as well. I did have an issue with this filter. It, like, burnt up, so to speak, and just, like, got really hot and just didn't turn on. But then after giving it some time to cool down and, like, resetting the impeller, it kicked back on, so we're good to go. Had some more free time today, so we went ahead and went to PetSmart and Petco. Now, they both didn't really have anything special, but I filmed a little bit at each store, so let's go ahead and roll the clips from PetSmart. So first off at PetSmart, we had some nice fancy goldfish. That was big ones, that was small ones, they had a nice variety. They also had some koi that were hiding the whole time. Beautiful dwarf gouramis, tons of different colorations on those guys as well. Then they had some nice mollies, tons of variants. They had the blacks, the silvers, the cow mollies, even the blue mollies, and then the creamsicle mollies right here. Then right next to all those mollies, we had some platies, tons of different types of platies, just like the mollies, whole bunch of different colorations. Then over here we had some nice plecos, there were some guppies, male guppies down here, some danios on the left, then there's some more danios up top, as well as some female guppies, and then some white cloud minnows. Then over to the tetra wall, we have tons of tetras, too many to name, but there's some Buenos Aires tetras up at the top, and then some neon tetras right here. They look green for some reason, which is really cool. And then of course they have some ghost shrimp as well. Then we can't forget about the glowfish wall that every PetSmart and Petco basically has. And then last but not least, the African cichlids. So yeah, pretty basic. PetSmart doesn't have salt water, but Petco does. So now let's go ahead and go over to Petco and roll that footage. So first off at Petco, we're gonna go ahead and start with their saltwater stuff. So there's 3 nice coral beauty angelfish up here, along with some shrimp and anemones and damsels scattered throughout. Down here we have some more shrimp, an urchin, 2 maroon clowns, a damsel in this tank, a nice yellow tang in this one with an anemone, and more damsels and just snails kind of scattered throughout as well. Dottybacks down here, as well as a cinnamon clown. We've had a nice cinnamon clown down here hosting an anemone, that's pretty cool. More shrimp, and then 2 oscillaris clownfish on the end. Then obviously we have the glowfish wall that every pet store has. I mean, they're glowfish, every store pretty much has them. But they also had a plant wall with like shrimp mixed in. PetSmart didn't have this, but Petco has a dedicated plant wall. Then basic freshwater fish, I mean your platies, your guppies, stuff like that. They did have some nice big plecos there, which was pretty cool. And then they had these cool mollies, which were like half black, half yellow. I didn't see these at PetSmart earlier, so they're pretty cool. And they also had some gourami sprinkled in there. Then your basic just freshwater fish, everything scattered out. Anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.